I hope you're keeping warm today. If you're in any one of the states where we're having snowstorms right now, and my heart especially goes out to those in Minnesota who are out in the cold. Like, we are indoors. Like, we were advised not to go out, not to do anything. We're indoors, and these persons are out. Fighting for their rights. And if you are living in the United States or anywhere in the world right now, because the whole world is in a frenzy. However, if you're in the United States and at this point your energy is not depleted because of what's going on, then you are on the wrong side of history. Okay, so my heart truly goes out to the people out there. Nobody nobody should experience what's going on right now. Nobody should be going through it. So that's not why I'm here, but it's also why I'm here today. And I felt my energy depleting for a while now, and I'm not one who really gets worried about stuff. I really don't get scared because I know that God has not given me the spirit of fear. So that being said, with what's going on, I had concerns and worries, so I kind of got scared, and God revealed certain things to me, which is why we're here. Okay. So yesterday was January the 23rd of 2026, and at about 6:30, between 6:30 and 7 a.m., I had a dream. Now, I'm not one who will come on here to share my dreams because I would usually journal. In the past, right? I used to tell people about the certain persons that I thought mattered in my life. But since my awakening began, I don't do that no more. So I journal. I would write it down in my phone, maybe as a text message, or I would send it to myself as a voice note, just so I don't forget it. But this dream happened, and I am led to share it. Okay. And I kind of played with God a little bit, because I'm like, if you want me to share this, you have to do something for me, right? And so after the dream, we'll get to the part of the dream. After my whole morning, I had 2 meetings, and while I was at those meetings, that was when I was told that I have to share it. So I went about my day disregarding it. But I just said, hey, if you want me to share it, Lord, you would have to do something for me. Like, I have things that I've been asking you to do for me. Like, do it, like, show it. Give me confirmation, right? So I went for my chiropractor's appointment. And I wasn't expecting God to come quickly like that. He does things like that. But that's not the point. Is I wasn't expecting to share this today. I was expecting to share it sometime in the future, right? I would share it someday. But in my head, I was just like, yeah, do this for me, do that for me, do that for me. And I kind of just said it. And I went to my chiropractor's appointment. And while my appointment was going on, I got a call. And one of those things, excuse my laughter, because this God has a sense of humor. I got a call confirming that something that I'd been asking the Lord for had been done. And I'm like, oh my God, is this how desperate you want me to share it? Like, what is going on? And so after my chiropractor's appointment, I also had a spa appointment. So I went to the spa. While at the spa, I got another confirmation on something that I've been asking God for. I'm like, okay, at this point, Abba, you're just trying to show off. Like, what is going on? So The whole day yesterday, I started just meditating on the dream that I had. I started meditating on the scripture, and rather than come and just grab my camera and like, okay, let me make this post because this man really wants me to talk. I said to myself, no, let's take it all in and just meditate. So meditation was all I did. So let's talk about the persons who will benefit from this message today. I wrote this down, so I'm going to be referring to my notes. Persons who would benefit from this message today will be those who have been trusting God but suddenly feel overwhelmed and their energy is depleted or depleting, right? Another set of people who would benefit from this would be those who find it hard to trust God completely. But now it seems like you can no longer control things, and the only choice you have left is to leave it to God. So you're 100% giving God your trust, handing everything over to Him to say, hey, the ball is in your court now, Lord. I'm sorry for trying to control situations. All of this is on you, right? And then also those who are confused and they have no idea where or who to turn to, and they are just consumed by doubts. Okay? You would also benefit from this. Now, for more confirmation for certain persons, if you have been seeing certain numbers repeatedly, 111, 222, 333, 444, 555, 666, 777, 888, 999, 1010, 1111, 1212, and the list goes on and on, or you've been seeing mirroring numbers like 212, 313, 3113, 414, 515, 616, 717, 727, 737, 747, 818, 919. Okay, this is even more confirmation for you that this message is for you. And then for certain persons who have been drawn to the color yellow lately, right? The color purple, the color pink, the color white. This message is for you. Okay? So now let's go to the dream. Where's my phone? Because I wrote it down. I typed it. Is that my pen that just dropped? Who called me? Oh. Okay. So here is what I wrote down. I had a dream between 6:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. this morning on January 23rd, 2026. And my friend, I named his name, just said to me in the dream, Jeremiah 31:13. And I woke up. That was it. I went to bed depleted, right? I went to bed just overwhelmed with everything that is going on. And even more so, the storm was supposed to start later yesterday, and it did start because we're having the storm right now. So I went to bed just talking to God about it, like, okay, I am by myself. It's just me and my puppy, you know? And this is what's going on right now in the world. Why is life like this? And I had slept. I didn't go to bed early because I was up until like 3 a.m. And so when I went to bed at 6:37, I knew, because when I woke up right after the dream, I checked to know what time it was, right? And it was just, please ignore my puppy. He's seeking attention right now, and we have to get this message delivered, baby. I think he wants to sleep because every time he wants to go to bed, he would always act up like this. So, and I don't blame you, baby. It's cold. Um, so my friend just said to me, Jeremiah 31:13, and I woke up. That was just it. I said a prayer and I got up and grabbed my Bible. Okay, I'm not going to read this how I wrote it down, but I'll share it with you now. So, as soon as I woke up from that dream, first the shock was from the person who shared that scripture with me in the dream. I woke up and I went down on my knees and I prayed and I thanked God, said my morning prayers, but thanked him for that dream, even though I don't understand why that person would be sharing a scripture with me. Still, I was grateful for it. And so when I was done praying, I decided to go to the bathroom. And whilst I made my way to the bathroom, I grabbed my Bible, this Bible, from my dresser, because it's on top of my dresser. I grabbed this Bible and I went to the toilet. So while I was on the toilet, I opened up the scripture. So on my way to the bathroom, I said, what if the book of Jeremiah is not even up to 31 chapters? Now, mind you, I have read the Bible from cover to cover on multiple occasions in my life, whether as a religious obligation or just as a personal thing, right? In my growth, in my journey. I have read the Bible from cover to cover, and I know that the book of Jeremiah is way more than 31 chapters. But because of who shared it with me in their dream, and because of my goofiness, because I'm just a goofball, I go to bed goofy, I wake up goofy, and I thought to apply it to the things of the Spirit. So I was like, what if it's not up to 31 chapters? And I was laughing, and then I sat on my toilet and opened my Bible to the book of Jeremiah, chapters 31, and I saw that, oh my God, Jeremiah has 31, and I'm like, okay. Jeremiah 31, and I bet you I looked at this verse over and over and over, and I believed it to be verse 13. I am not kidding. I believed it to be verse 13. And so I read it. But when I read it, I'll read it. It says, this is what Jehovah says. A voice is heard in Ramah, lamentation and bitter weeping. Rachel is weeping over her sons. She has refused to be comforted over her sons because they are no more. I said, what? I went back, I read it again. This is what Jehovah says. A voice is heard in Ramah, lamentation and bitter weeping. Rachel is weeping over her sons. She has refused to be comforted over her sons because they are no more. And I looked up to the heavens and I'm like, what kind of message is this, Lord? But I get it, because before I went to bed, I felt a certain kind of way. And my name is Rachel, right? And I felt a certain kind of way. But then, while I was just wondering and pondering about what's going on with this scripture, he says, look again, right? I looked again and found out that this wasn't verses 15. This wasn't verses 13, but rather verses 15. So what I was reading was Jeremiah 31. Jeremiah 31:15 instead of Jeremiah 31 verse 13. And it blew my mind because I was goofy. I was doubting God. I was like, oh, what if the scriptures is not up to, what if Jeremiah is not up to 31 chapters? And the Lord is like, you got jokes, huh? Okay, let me show you that I got jokes too. And so I was so in shock and in fear when I read the scripture. But when he said, look back, I then looked back and found out that that wasn't verses 13 but 15. And so I went on to read verses 13. At that time, the virgin would dance joyfully. Also, the young men and the old men together. I will change their mourning into exultation. I will comfort them and give them joy instead of their grief. I'll read it again. At that time, the virgin will dance joyfully. Also, the young men and the old men together. I will change their mourning into exultation. I will comfort them and give them joy instead of their grief. Isn't this just timely? So God understands that right now everyone is mourning. People are getting unalived. There's injustice everywhere in the world. And yet God is saying that there's going to be a leeway. A time will come. He's going to turn our mourning, our confrontation into comfort, exaltation, and joy. So if you're feeling down because of what's going on around you, don't worry about it. It will pass. It will pass. And that is what I've come to understand, that it will pass. And things will turn around. It's going to get better. It is definitely going to get better. Now, let me talk about the person who shared this with me. So just like me, this friend of mine was raised in the Jehovah's Witness faith, but no longer practices, right? It's no longer a Jehovah's Witness, just like me. And so both of us are politically neutral. However, he is very, very enthusiastic about what is going on around right now. And so because of that, he and I, we don't see eye to eye, because I am neutral, but I can't tell when injustice is being served, right? And even though he's not a bad person, he's a good person, because we kind of connect on different other grounds, politically and some other equally. We just don't agree. So to have that person share this scripture with me in my dream was one of the reasons why I'm like, really? And this just goes on to show that a message is still a message regardless of who's passing it. You cannot try to understand the things of the spirit with mere logic. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so even though this person is not someone that I, in my opinion, believe should be sharing such a message or sharing such a scripture to me, it did come through that person, right? So it goes two ways too. Another thing that I'm getting from it is that you might consider yourself unworthy. You might consider yourself to be like when you receive certain messages and you're like, why am I the one to deliver this message, Lord? Like, oh my God, I have beef with that person. Oh my God, I have this, I have that. I don't even feel worthy. Like Moses, I stutter. And I actually do stutter, which makes me a very, very slow speaker. Because every time I talk fast, I go, or when I'm upset, that's when you know that I really stutter. Okay, so And then you're like, oh, I can't deliver the message because I've got certain limitations. And God is like, no, I'm still going to use you regardless. Okay? You're the one. I could have chosen any other person to deliver this message, but I'm choosing you to be the one to deliver this message. And another thing that I learned from my experience yesterday is the fact that in general, the portal is open. God is really, really answering prayers right now. So I don't know what you've been asking of Him. Don't stop. Don't wait. Don't give up. Keep putting in that request. It just might be your turn to receive. Do not doubt the God that you serve. Do not, because the way with which He answered me, things that I've been asking Him for a while now, He just chose to do it. In my opinion, I feel like He really wants this message to get out. But it also means that God is actually just in the business of answering prayers right now. So what is that one request? Put it out there. Let Him know. Do not sugarcoat anything. However you want it, ask it like that. And see Him coming through for you. I'm just in awe of God. I am so in awe of Him. So please, do not doubt yourself when God reveals things to you. Do not doubt that these things are being revealed to you. Do not doubt a particular message that comes to you simply because you do not respect the opinions of the messenger. Okay? If a message resonates with you, take it. Also take it to God. Okay? You have to test everything you hear. Take it to God. Do not also doubt yourself and say you're not worthy enough to pass a message. And never doubt in God's power of bringing to fruition everything that you are requesting of Him right now. Keep asking, keep knocking, keep seeking. He's still the God of miracles. He's still working wonders. And I've done my part. I have shared it. And as always, I love you. I love you. I love you, love you, love you with the love of God. My name is Rachel Felix. And this is Zen.